I wanted you to see vinegar right from the bottle. Start going,
Really?
small
Just
sips.
dig in.
Dig in, there's some crackers and there's some water if you need it.
Cheers. I don't fake it on TV. I am genuinely tasting each sample as it goes. I've done no prep. In fact, I'm not allowed in the kitchen until everything's set up and all the labels are hidden.
What I really want to do is choose something that highlights a recurring problem with some of the products in the tasting.
A little hairy.
So a box chocolate cake tasting where there is no chocolate flavor whatsoever. That's also going to elicit a response from Julia so that she's going to be like, oh, yeah, that's bad in this particular way.
I walk in there knowing that there's a strong chance I'm gonna get fooled.
Pick up the bag on number 4.
Oh, you sucker.
So sometimes I'll put a ringer in. When I did black pepper with Bridget, I was doing, whole peppercorns that you were grinding yourself, and I wanted to put in pre-ground. All right, is it time for me to fess up?
There's a ringer? You put a ringer in here.
It tasted like sawdust. It had no flavor whatsoever.
The tastings are pretty interesting, and you try to make a really even playing field for all the brands.
So we have a tasting lab where 20 of our colleagues will gather and taste 8, 10, 12 samples, depending on what the brand is. You can have the best recipe in the world, and if you're starting with mediocre ingredients, you're at a deficit, and it's gonna be that much harder. Same thing if you've got bad knife, a bad skillet. Why? Start with good gear. It will make cooking so much easier.
Love our in-depth reviews? Get the latest from our reviews team delivered straight to your inbox. Our well-equipped cook newsletter provides top product picks, no-nonsense buying guides, and must-try recipes. No extra fluff, just the smartest ways to shop, save, and cook. Sign up for free now at americastestkitchen.com/newsletter.
Cooking is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. Yes, you can get things made with subpar cookware, but it comes out better, it's easier, it's more pleasurable if you're using good equipment.
Lovely.
Isn't that nice?
We'll find all the brands that people would consider if they were buying that thing, and we will decide, how do we use it? How have we used it in the past in the test kitchen? What are the ways it will show how it performs, whether it's a good one or a bad one? And then we will do hands-on practical testing, cooking with it in every possible way, and maybe abusing it a little bit. You might have seen me whacking skillets.
A little bit?
But if I'm whacking a skillet on a concrete block, there's a reason. I'm not just taking out my aggression. I'm trying to find out if it's structurally sound, if it's gonna hold up. So we will heat it up to 500 and plunge it in ice water. And that will tell us if it's prone to warping, if it's prone to falling apart.
The whole approach is sort of a mixture of science and common sense.
I just pushed bags of tomato sauce off the counter onto a tarp, and it was a bloodbath.
It looks like a crime scene.
But it was awesome. And you could really see which ones were constructed better, but I completely looked like a nut. I mean, it happens.
At the very beginning and then again at the end of the testing, we used an industrial sharpness testing machine to test the sharpness. The scientific equipment like the temperature tracking and the calipers and stuff like that, that helps explain what we observe in the common sense tests.
We had like $300 coolers and $30 coolers, but we cut them all in half and we wanted to see the insulation inside. So, we did the test where we put cold soda in there for a week or food for a whole weekend. And we ended up talking to building people about insulation and learned that the insulation that had little air pockets in it was better than denser insulation because air is a better insulator than foam. I never want you to waste your money on gadgets you don't need. And so that's kind of what motivates my testing, is that I don't want people to get stuck with stuff that doesn't work.
I want the best thing I can get for X number of dollars, and the testing that we do here and the recommendations that we make here are a surefire way to that result.
We don't accept any product donations. People want to send us things all the time. It helps us maintain our independence and our journalistic integrity.
No, it's not about them. It's about their product, and it's about the people that we are trying to test the product for.
I think that putting ourselves in the shoes of the home cook is the key of what we do.
Well, I get stopped on the street all the time. People who recognize me from the show and like to talk about various pieces of equipment that they've bought and had a good experience with. And, I would be lying if I didn't say that makes me feel kind of good, like we're able to guide people into a wise purchase.
It makes me feel like we're doing something important. We're helping people cook better by shopping better.
If you're ready to take your cooking to the next level, head over to americastestkitchen.com and get a free trial of our ATK Essential membership. While you're there, you can sign up for our free email newsletters and download our app. So, what are you waiting for?